watching The Perspective on Jakarta Globe News Channel. I'm Florence Armein. Thank you for joining us. Many communities and events have been focused on sharing ideas and knowledge to inspire others. TEDx and TED Talks are a few of the most popular ones globally. Here in Indonesia, there is also Provokasi Community that is aspired to encourage knowledge sharing to inspire others. Joining us here on today's Perspective, Maida Novriza as the host and life coach, who will also be speaker on the event. And later on, half in the show, we will also have another guest, Moekti, Prasetiani Soejahmoen, as the head of Mandiri Institute, and who will also be a speaker. Maida, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Good, good. How are you?
So how excited are you tossing ideas with interesting characters and people in the coming months?
Super very excited because we are actually Indonesians and we don't talk English that much, and we have.
So this event will be held in English?
Yeah, fully.
Okay.
So this is not just for the audience, but it's also for us as speakers. So we learn how to speak English better and to make it a flow for sharing the ideas that we have, because all of us is from different backgrounds. Like for example, I am a life coach, but there's also trainers, entrepreneurs, and all that. And so we have the practice, but in talking English, it's going to be a new challenge for us, and that's going to be a very good event, I think.
But what exactly is the concept of Provokasi Community, and how did it all start?
Okay, so it's from our friends, yet also our guru. He held a class called Provokasi, and he was in one of the radio stations before, and we joined his class. And after the class, we feel like we click with each other, and we start to just making this community, and we just didn't realize that we are from different background and we can contribute something to the community. That is why we all like just get together and let's do something together, then probably we can contribute something to the Indonesia.
So it's funny that you mentioned how it has two main focus, is that to allow people to express themselves in a second language, which in this case is English.
Yes, for the toss idea, yes.
For the toss ideas, at the same time to actually throw into the table ideas of not just self-improvement, but to their communities, knowledge, sharing, research, and what have you. So now I mentioned on my opening, there's TED Talk, there's TEDx, and then there's Toastmasters, which also, so where do you fall in between these categories? Allowing people, give them a platform to speak out.
Oh, it's actually just a different names, but more likely because we gonna talk about the things that we are expertise on. So like for example, the speakers after this that are talking to you, she's a like economist. So she's going to talk more about that. So like me, I'm more like life show, or like a life coach. So I'm talking about how you being genuine to your life, to yourself, something like that. But it's in English, so everybody's learning in English for all the speakers.
And you're putting all these interesting characters, people from all walks of life and background, into one event. Who will this event be talking to? Who's your target, your primary target of audience?
Right.
The millennials, generation before them, a generation after them? Is there a specific target, or do you think this actually captures a very wide range of audience?
Actually, it's like more wide range, yet anyone who wants to learn together with us and share the ideas with us in English, that will be great. Yeah, so the audience is more likely people who want to learn more about the things, because these speakers they're in the line, they already have their workshop,
right?
And this workshop is probably costly, and this is the time that you can learn from them. You can ask them if you need to ask, and we just learn together. That's basically the thing.
At an affordable fee, at affordable cost as well.
Yeah, very.
Now, before we get to the next question about Provokasi Community, how do you explain the profession of a life coach to an unfamiliar audience, perhaps, or individual?
Good idea. Actually, it's like everybody has a dream, right?
Right.
Yes, and sometimes we don't realize that our dreams actually can come true. And the thing it's from inside of us. And also the blockings, it's from inside of us. And the things about it and why you need a life coach is because they can facilitate you. It's not just because of the you don't do it, because you don't do it. Sometimes people say like that. It's just why you don't do it. And sometimes we need to dig in more about the human minds. That's why in neurosemantics, this is the base of the Provokasi neurosemantics. We're talking about human's mind, how people makes meaning in the words, in their life, in the things they do. That's a thing about.
How different is that from a motivator speaker, motivational speaker?
Interesting.
Where do you draw the line?
Draw the line, okay. That's very good questions. Motivators, if I can say that the simplest way is, motivator will say, you can do it, you can do it, something like that.
Right.
But we're not talking about that. So what things that you can do? So what can make, so what do you really want actually? How can you go there?
To help them identify where which direction they want to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that.
All right. Now, Provokasi Community will be hosting an event called Provok-Ideas, correct? It will be happening. We will talk more about that. Maida will share more about Provok-Ideas later on. We'll come back after this short break.